Mr. Speaker, tonight I was asked to do an adjournment speech, and to be quite frank, in this chamber it's the first one I've ever given. So I was rather surprised, a little bit flummoxed, and I was trying to work out what on earth I was going to talk about, what would be a poignant issue for tonight, and then, of course, the obvious came to me, and it's on my lapel. It's the only reason I'm here. It's the people of New England, the seat of New England, the people who gave me this great honour. Mr. Speaker, country seats are like little countries. Everybody knows where a town, the electorate the town is in. They are very aware of who their local member is. I'm not detracting from other areas, but in many urban seats, people are not quite sure what side of the street one seat starts and another seat finishes, but they most certainly do in regional areas. My seat is that I represent, the great honour of representing the seat of New England. It's 500 kilometres long, starts in Aberdeen and goes all the way to the Queensland border. In fact, to the northeast of the seat of New England, it is a seat called Wright, and it goes into the suburbs of Brisbane, and no one ever thinks about that, about just how far north it goes. And the north of the seat is actually, it does not work on daylight savings times, it works on Queensland time, because the major towns that they deal with are all in Queensland. As a child, Mr. Speaker, I used to put NRMA maps up on the wall. You'd probably remember them, with all the little towns, and they were given to you because the roads were a little bit more confusing in those days. And with those maps as a child, I would look at all the towns and try and work out, because I had a fascination for politics and a desire for it from around about the age of 10 years old, as to which little towns and where they are, and to try and get my mind around what the issues might be for those towns and how you could represent them. And the way it works is people have a view to what you have done, what you were doing and what you were planning to do. Overwhelmingly, it is not about politics, it's about delivery. I would say about 10% is about philosophy and about 90% is about delivery on roads, telecommunications, health, education. And so you can have people who are supporters who might actually agree with your political philosophies on other issues, but they fight for you because of your desire to deliver. And this, I suppose, is the sentiment of what I'd like to talk about tonight, whether it's the delivery of Chaffey Dam or Corpolli Dam, or the Bolivia Hill realignment, the Scone Bypass, the Scone Sale Yards, Armigen Medical Centre, which is an Aboriginal medical centre, Inverell Sale Yards, the movement of APVMA to Armidale, the money we've spent on the airports or smaller roads, or things such as upgrading the Woolbrook Stampede grounds, which is my local area, or the Nowandock Showgrounds, or the kitchen at Currabubula Pony Club. These are all incredibly important. The hall in Bundarra. And just the other day I was out because the people of Wallumbumby want a new public toilet. Now, other people may giggle about that, but the people of Wallumbumby certainly don't. They want to have handicap access to a toilet. It's an old Besser Block monstrosity, and they believe for the dignity of their little village, they want a new public toilet. At Ebor, they want to do up the Union Church. It's called the Union Church because every faith goes there, but now it's a community centre. And they also want a new bore at the local showgrounds. These are part of the plans. And big plans down the future, of course, is the construction of Dungowan Dam. And I want to commend the work that Minister Taylor has been doing and assist us to get the Ovens River pump hydro up and running. This is going to be in excess of $1 billion project. Put $1 million into the feasibility study, and now we're working very hard towards attaining the finance and working with the proponents for the construction of this major piece of infrastructure, which I hope will also help us upgrade the Kempsey to Wallumbumby Road, which has basically fallen down the hill since the flood. So the last thing I'd like, big shout out to Walker, the Walker Rams, who beat the Harbour Knights, grand final champions, my old team, 2,500 people beating a city of 70,000. Well done, boys.